Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Kings. My name is Matt, and it's a pleasure to have you guys back on the channel today. And it's time we talked about one of the absolute worst Shiba Inu and crypto crashes in general, man. And I want to go into why this happened and just some things I think you guys should know. So if you guys are new here, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let's get right into the video, folks. So as you guys can see here, I'm a tad bit late. I'm a couple of hours late to this news here, but unfortunately, man, crypto has taken an absolute nosedive here over the past 24 hours. So you guys can see here, it takes an absolute tank around 8-9 hours ago. You guys can see here all the way down SHIB to around 6.4, which is one of the lowest we've seen in recent history of this coin. And right now it is still just stagnating at like 7.2. And the question is, why did this happen? How did this happen? And will we recover from this? And I have hopefully some good news. Now, the main thing I want to talk about with this crash is the fact that it is, in a sense, artificial feeling. Now, it's not an organic crash in the sense that people just miraculously lost interest on cryptocurrency. That's not at all what has happened here. What has happened here is people have generally decided that, hey, we're going to come out and either make tweets or talk about things that relate to cryptocurrency in a negative way. So one thing that has come out is in regards to Bitcoin here, you guys could see Trump has come out and said that he is not a fan of Bitcoin. Now, I'm not going to comment on his personal opinion here, but he says that he is not a fan of Bitcoin. Of course, Elon Musk sends out his tweets, but the good thing about this is, of course, once the opinions of someone generally wear off, for one, future comments don't tend to have as large of an impact on the crypto industry. Elon Musk, his tweets don't carry as much weight, believe it or not, as they did about a month ago. And what ends up happening is once someone's opinion is known, whether it be good or bad, it tends to have a lesser effect on the price of that cryptocurrency in the near future. Again, the same thing goes for Elon Musk, man. He'll tweet something that he's losing interest with Bitcoin and whatever, and again, it'll send the price down, but not nearly as bad as it would have a month or two ago, because he's tweeting more often, he's tweeting more frequently, and they tend to carry a lot less weight. If you guys remember with DOGECOIN about a month ago, he would send out a tweet, and oh my goodness, for days on end, it would surge, and that influence is sort of waning. So this is, again, not a long-term crash. There is no problem with the ShibaSwap infrastructure. People didn't randomly lose interest in Shiba Inu and say, hey, I'm going to go buy another crypto. That hasn't happened here. People have not lost interest in this coin. What has happened is the entire crypto market is taking a bit of a nosedive. If we look at Ethereum here, you guys could see pretty down as well. It's at 25, which is decent, compared to what it was a few hours ago. But, you generally look at the 7-day graph. Yeah, it's a lot down from what it was. At one point, its lowest, bottoming out here at 23. So not a bad time, if I were you, to lower your dollar cost average on Ethereum. If you guys don't know what that is, this is something you do for Ethereum. You could do this for SHIB right now, and that is essentially a very safe way to not catch the bottom. So one of the hardest things, of course, is timing the market. I think people know this, and if you were to look at, let's say, a 7-day graph here, could you accurately predict when it hits the absolute very bottom right here? I would say not. It's almost impossible. So what a good idea is to be a little bit more patient, feel out the market, feel out the general sentiment for the next 24 hours or 36 hours, see the way the market's moving, and try to lower your average. So if your current dollar cost average here for SHIB, let's say it's 10. Let's say it's at 10. And of course, I'm using these terms colloquially. Of course, it is 0.0000, but I think you guys know the way I'm wording the decimals here. Let's say it's 10, 1 and 0 here. Let's say it's 10, right? 0.000003 more than it is now. Let's say that's your average, right? Because perhaps you bought a tiny bit when it was at its absolute peak over here, and maybe a little more over here. Your goal is to lower that average. So if your dollar cost average here is 10, what you would want to do is maybe buy in a little bit more now, and that would hopefully lower it to maybe 8.5. That way, when SHIB eventually hits 10 again, you'll say, hey, my average is now 8.5. I am up on this because I managed to buy in at a low opportunity here at 7.2. So that is a very logical way to add to your bag. I may actually do this in my SHIB bag right now, is add a little bit more to it. So that's something I would consider. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, but it definitely is a fine thing to consider. Now, of course, over the past couple of hours, again, the market cap's gone up a tiny bit, volume up a little bit. It looks like people are getting back into it, which is nice. This crash hopefully is not permanent. It looked like it did have a nice bit of a rebound. If we take a look here at some of the technicals here on this graph, you guys can see, of course, we have it going steady. And this is what I was talking about, man. I said, hey, it's got to just consolidate here. You guys can see, it's hanging out here in these horizontals for a while, man. It really is not straying from this at all. And then you guys could see as crypto sentiment goes down. Oh my goodness, there was that the Trump comment, the Elon Musk comment. Again, you guys see it's gradually going down, and eventually it just hits this awful bottom out here, and again at around 6.4, 6.5, which was just an absolutely awful low. But thankfully, it did sharply rebounding, and the buy volume here is going up nicely. If we take a look here at the relative strength index, you guys could see again at one point, man, again it gets massively oversold, as you guys could see, and because of that overselling, people look at it and realize, hey, now is a good time to get into it. Now is a smart time to buy. So we can see a very sharp increase here in buy volume, and more people sort of generally getting back into it. And it's been staying within the range here, which is good for now. We're creeping up here on around 7.4 again, and our goal is to definitely try to break some type of resistance. Again, it would be nice if we could head back to where we were, but I don't think that's going to happen, at least for the foreseeable future. Because at this point, let's take June 7th. At this point, what we were looking at here was Shiba Inu here it's sitting around 8.8, let's say, roughly 8.8. Let's say this line somewhat. So if we take a look here at the price that Bitcoin was around that time, and of course it does tend to follow Bitcoin. If we look here on the 7th, you guys can see Bitcoin was hanging out here around 35, 36. Same thing with Ethereum. Like I said, man, in order for SHIB to really pass 10, Ethereum needs to hang out around 28 or 29. So you guys can see here on the 7th here, it's hanging in around 27, 26, 27, 28, somewhere hanging around there. And you guys can see it around that time. SHIB was pushing 9, 10, which it probably would have seen had this crash not happened. Again, it was really gearing up to go rocketing past 10 after consolidating in this period here for, a full, 72 hours or whatnot. So that could have been really nice. Again, I think we really were gearing up for something nice there, but unfortunately this crash ended up sending it hurtling down. So again, nothing to panic over. I don't think this is the worst crash. Like I said, man, a lot of it really depends on the root cause. If the root cause is not general, market sentiment going down, people losing interest, if the root cause is something more quick, like a comment from someone or a news announcement, you know what, man, I feel like it's always rebounded, man. We've seen some rough dips, Ethereum down to 1,800 around in the past month, which was just absolutely awful. We've seen these dips before, man. The really smart thing to do is just to look at these dips, identify a good time to lower your dollar cost average, and take the benefit of that. Because, like I said, man, a comment from someone or an opinion typically don't cause long-term drops like this. Again, even Elon's tweet, man, it didn't really do all that much in the long term, and that was, of course, during Bitcoin Miami. Again, it sent crypto down, yes, but not nearly like it would have 2 months ago. So again, the influence of a comment from a particular person goes down the more they make them. So that's definitely something to consider, and over time, again, I definitely think we'll be seeing a rebound. So thank you guys so much for watching and for listening. Really appreciate you guys being here. My name is Matt. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.